Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I'm here again from my van in Holland, making myself ready for the training for this weekend. We have a tarot workshop on Sunday and readings in Amsterdam tomorrow afternoon, from 12 till 5 o'clock in the Elements of Energy in Amsterdam. So if you're interested in a reading, come to Amsterdam and you can see me one-on-one live in a reading. So, and if you're interested to follow the workshop for Sunday, there are 2 spaces left. So if you're interested, just contact me if you want to do the workshop, okay? And learn your own tarot. In November, there will be a whole online training workshop or training for tarot. So that's also possible. But in front of that, there is a workshop. So let's see what is going on with the twin flames this week. When I was meditating, I heard for the Divine Masculine, what about love? Because there is so much going on in his life. There's so much work, projects, and all the other things. But what's really going on with the love for the Divine Masculine towards the Divine Feminine in the union? So it seems that there needs to be going more energy towards the Divine Feminine. I also heard about making new decisions, making new progress, making more alliances with each other, things that need to be spoken out. And that's all what is going on in his mind space. That there is this energy of contemplation within him, and it all has to do with luck. Is this the place I want to be? Is this the place I want to go? Is this the way to go forward? There are so many things going on in the Divine Masculine's mind space about about how to connect, how to reconnect, and to connect again with his Divine Feminine. So also to his feminine side inside within the masculine. I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to do that. But what about the love for himself? Sometimes I hear he is reacting too much out of his ego space. But what is love within you telling you about this situation? And is it worth it to lose it all? And is it worth it to connect it all? What are the progresses and what are the blocks in this that is withholding myself to take the next step towards that divine love that is coming my way, or that you want to create in your life? So there's a lot going on. Let me see what's going on in the mind space for the Divine Masculine when I get my cards. They already told me you don't need the cards anymore because your channel already what is in the space of the Divine Masculine. So let's see. Exactly. Arise. from um, from the mind space to the heart space, you know, and that's so beautiful. Rising to a higher frequency, you know, leaving the lower frequencies behind. And then I'm talking about the energies of what's going on in this world. There's so much going on in this world that wants to keep us trapped into that third dimensional or even lower states of fear. And when we allow that, you know, they drag our energy down, and you see it everywhere. You see it coming in your emails, you see it coming in your on your TV, you see it coming on social media, you see it everywhere. So they say, you know, rise above it, rise above that energy and go to another space where you also know that it's better for you to be in, to sustain yourself in a frequency of love, in a frequency of, there are more important things. Because when you escape the energy of what's going on in the world, because you already know that the whole world is an illusion, that everything is a lie, and you don't have to connect with it, you know, you don't have to interfere with it. So when you move above that frequency, there is that frequency of love, of beauty, of all the little things you see in your life, you could see as beauty and playful and fun. And when you see that, that will totally um, transform your life, because there is so much going on. You know, if you're going in your car and you put on the radio, it's all what you hear about the situation in the world. It's about control, it's about what they want to do, and it's none of it is true. You know, we all know that we've been told lies. So they say, rise above it. And what about love? What about the love that you have for yourself, for the other people around you? That's more important than what's going on in this space. So that's what they ask. Um, if you still want to fight the system, if you still want to fight everything else in your life, then you're still in that lower frequency. And when you come from that heart space, you will see that everything will transform for you, you know. And that's what they ask, you know. What about love? You know, you're too much in the mind space, but why don't you go to that place where it's peaceful? You want to be right, or you want to have peace, and that's the main question. That is for the divine masculine. You know, being in a peaceful space within yourself is also meaning that you will handle everything with a totally different frequency. Yeah, the Lemurian egg in his heart space. That's the safe space. That's the space of peace. That's the space of protection, being protected from attacks from the outside. So there is no way they can penetrate your shield when you're in peace. There is no way that they can penetrate your energy when you're in this environment of love, because love is the highest almost the highest frequency. Joy is the highest frequency, and I see that all around. If you have joy with yourself, if you have joy with other people, if you have joy combining the energies that is around you, and you go above that frequency of the third dimensional realm of what's going on in this world. There is a totally different realm where you can connect with and where you can manifest everything that you want. Um, and you can manifest it from your heart space. If you say, okay, I want to do this, or I want to do that, I want to go to a different direction, I want to manifest this in my life, I want to manifest that in my life, and you go to your heart space and you raise your frequency, it's there, it's manifested already, because it's already in your field, otherwise you wouldn't feel it. So if you already manifest it, you know, what's all around you, you just have to step in that timeline and you're there. There is no, it's just raising your awareness, raising that frequency and stepping in that timeline, and it's already there in front of you, because otherwise you wouldn't feel it in your in your heart space, because it's already in your field. So from that field you can manifest everything. Okay? So how does the divine masculine sees the energy of the divine feminine? How does he sees the divine feminine around him and in his life? Wow. As she cares of the world, you know, she takes care of the world, she takes care of everything. She is nurturing, she is loving towards her family. She is creating space for everybody around her. She's creating a better world for herself. And that's what he sees. He sees that she's loving, that she's giving, that she is in that space of creating. Um, and that's what she sees. She wants to take care of the whole world, and that's what he is noticing about the divine feminine, instead of looking about the things that are not right in his eyes, out of the judgment. You know, he has to go out of that judgment. And he's trying, he starts to try, he starts to learn to see the beauty in her instead of her flaws. You know, what is good about her and not what's not good about her. Because everything you speak is also about you. It's not about the other person. You know, if you speak something negative about somebody else, that means that you're in a negative space. Yeah, I see that the connection gets broken, but it's all okay. You know, and that's what he starts to realize. He starts to realize that I'm just telling about. Before I got disconnected, about divine masculine seeing things more in a positive way, and going more to the heart space, and starts to realize where he is coming from when he is in judgment. He's judging himself. If he's judging someone else, he's judging himself. If he's criticizing somebody else, he's the most hardest criticism for himself. It's the if he is negative towards somebody else or angry, you know, it's the anger that comes from himself within that is expressing to the outside world. So when he starts to realize that, he is able to raise his frequency and to think different about things. So that's now he sees the divine feminine as nurturing and caring about the world, about the environment, about everything. doing the healing work on herself, doing healing work on the environment, and that nurturing that he sees within the divine feminine, he also starts to see within himself. So that's a really good place for the divine masculine to be in. He also sees that the divine feminine walks away from negative energies. You know, if she sense is if he notice if she sense a negative energy, she's out, she's leaving, because she don't want to connect with that energy that is not serving her. And he doesn't want that energy to be transferred towards her, so he starts to nurture her. So he starts to take more care of her and want to spend time with her. So it's a long road for the divine masculine, I hear. What supports him? The beauty and the blessings that all comes towards you. See the beauty in everything. And that's the beautiful part of it. Divine masculine sees the beauty, and that will support him if he sees the beauty in everything. Not just the horrible things, because it's really interesting, and you can try it out for yourself, and then you will realize that it really works that way. For instance, if there's something happening on the road, you know, I'm just giving a situation, and you're saying, oh darn, you know, this guy needs to drive, why is he cutting me off? And then you could see miles away, because you got in that frequency that you will do exactly the same thing miles ahead the road. And then you have to think by myself, oh my gosh, I judged that guy, and because of that, what I was thinking, I'm getting it into my space, and I do exactly the same thing. But I judged him. But now you judge yourself, because you see that the same thing is happening to you, and that you did exactly the same thing. And you can do it on the road, you can do it in your life. It doesn't matter where it's coming from, but you will automatically learn your lessons much quicker like this. You know, if you think something, it's manifesting, and it manifests, you know, instant in your life. So you need to be very aware of what you're thinking. If we don't know people, for instance, you know, why would you judge them? You give a meaning to a person that you don't know. You know, don't know anything about their lives, you know, and when you judge that, you know, that judgment will be mirrored to you, because it's from the inside. It's um, not from the heart space. It's from the mind space, because you're giving a judgment, and that's the ego. And if we go to a space that we don't give anything a meaning, and we just leave it open, so much beauty is coming out of it, you know. And then you see all the beautiful things in your life when you're and it's not just positive thinking, it's a way of living. It's a way of living how you want to see the world, because if the world is responding towards us, you know, then we will be in a better world. That's how it works. If everybody starts to judge and to hate each other, that's exactly what you get in a lower frequency, because that's what the world wants to do when you want to control the world. And there are so many people now that are coming with the light and learning these tools and learning these techniques that is no secret, you know. It's just a thing for everybody to adapt and to integrate into their life space, that you see more beauty than there is ugliness in this world, that you nurture this world, that you take care of this world. And when you do that, your life will shift dramatically. You know, it will really change in a huge way, drastically, not dramatically, drastically. Will it change your world? So yeah, and that's the blessings of the little and the beautiful things that is supporting your life, that will support everything. So how does he see the union, the sacred union with the divine feminine? How does the masculine sees the sacred union with the divine feminine? One card, please. I hear everything is possible, even if it was so hard, even if it was had so much heartache. Wow, yeah. He wants to have that change. Yeah. Heaven on earth. He sees the life with her as heaven on earth. And look at this. Isn't this beautiful together? This will support him, and he will create with her heaven on earth. It's more, he knows when he's following her path that he will change his whole life, that his whole life will change for the better. It's really amazing, because she walks that path. She walks that path in beauty, and this is what he will see in the relationship with her. So out of the negativity, but into the beauty, and he will create heaven on earth with her. And he knows that everything what they want and what he wants will be manifested, you know, by following her way. And I hear everything what was in the past is for him in the past. There is no animosity within him towards the divine feminine, even if there were such hard times, you know. I hear it's still the love. It's still the love in my heart for her, and it will never fade. And that's so beautiful. So that's how he sees the relationship with her, as heaven on earth. I also hear he is connecting more with his spirituality than he thought that he wanted to. You know, in his mind he thought, I don't want this anymore. I don't want all of this, because it's just junk. It's not fair. It's not real. It's all an illusion. Well, now he starts to realize that the whole world is an illusion, and that the road of spirituality is the only thing where you can manifest and where you can create. So what's in the divine feminine's mind space? The universe. The universe is in the divine feminine mind space. She is working together with the universe. she is meditating, she gets her visions, she gets her knowledge, she gets everything she wants is coming from that source. It's not coming from anything else but from the universe. She is seeing through the visions, she's seeing through the veils. And now when we nearing Samhain, you know, and we getting the next eclipse, I think on the 28th, we just start to notice the energy of the eclipse from last week. And with Samhain, a big veil will be released. So we can see through the veils to the other realms and working with the universe um, to be more in alignment what is ahead for us. So that's where the Divine Feminine is focusing on. Okay. So what's in the Divine Feminine's heart space? What's in the Divine Feminine's heart space? So she is communicating with the universe, and that's where her head is, you know. Her head is in the universe. She is one with the universe. She let the universe speak to her. One card, please, for the mind space, for the heart space. Thank you. In her heart, it's the rainbow child. In her heart space, she is connecting with the indigo and the rainbow child. She is connected to the rainbow rays. She is connecting to the universal rays. She is connecting with the inner child. She knows that she is an indigo child. She knows that she is a rainbow child that works on the new earth for humanity, that she is walking that rainbow path and holding her hands open, you know, to receive it all. And all she wants to receive is coming towards her, because there is a why. She always knows her why, and why she is doing things. And that's the main thing for the Divine Feminine. She needs a why to do it, to do a certain thing, to do a certain project, to move forward. There is always the question of why. Why am I doing this? Why is it necessary? And that why is leaping her ahead of anyone else, because that why gives you the purpose, is the purpose of your heart space. And when the purpose of your heart space gives you the passion to move to the next step. And that's why she creates things for herself, because it's coming from that heart space. And everybody's why is different, but if you can use your why to manifest, you can manifest everything. And that's the beauty of it. So how does she see the Divine Masculine? How and who, why why? How does she see the Divine Masculine on his path? What is her vision of the Divine Masculine? Synchronicity. That there is more synchronicity in their lives than she thought. It could be that they were out of alignment for a long time, but now that they're more in synchronicity with each other. When he thinks something, she is thinking the same. When he thinks about her, she feels him coming in, and vice versa. So they are coming closer than they ever were in their life, because there are, I hear, spiritual and matter are more at in one alignment. Is, you know, first the spirituality was high with the divine feminine, and now the energies are shifting. So it's time for the divine masculine to raise his vibration and go into the universe, and the divine feminine going to the earth, but still being in balance. And now both are coming at that synchronicity of thinking time and space, and earthing and grounding that energy. So the synchronicities are more obvious than ever before, because the I see the divine masculine worked very hard on raising his vibration, on what he needs in his life, what he wants in his life, and why he's doing it for. And sometimes he knew in the back of his mind that there was a time coming ahead leading up to this. And when this is in this alignment, and he's still in the alignment, and the divine feminine sees this, that there is more, they're closer in their thinking, in the way of doing things, than ever before. There is not that gap anymore about the spirituality and the matter. And now, yeah, I hear they're more equal. I also heard the divine masculine always was doubting her intelligence. And I heard that's just because he asked dumb questions. When you ask dumb questions, you get dumb answers. And I don't want to say it's dumb, it's just silly. You know, why would you ask silly questions on a silly and respect an intelligent answer? There's no way. You know, because it's again, you know, synchronizing what's going on within yourself. If you're doubting yourself about your intelligence, about your luck, about what's out there for you, what's in store for you, that is what you're projecting towards the other person. So that's also what you will receive. So on different levels, on different way of thinking, I hear the masculine is always more rational than the feminine, because the feminine has more intuition. Not always, don't want to say always, that the feminine has more intuition, but you know, we feel deeper than the masculine, because the masculine is easier to detach. But doesn't mean the masculine and divine masculine is more sensitive. He feels more in his system. So the masculine is very sensitive about how other people think about him, and that's something that is worked on. I hear he worked on that. Yeah, that's really beautiful, and that's more that there is in alignment again, you know, more in balance with the feminine and the masculine inside of him, and that's really beautiful. So what will support the divine feminine? What is supporting the divine feminine? The cosmic mother womb. So the cosmic mother womb is supporting the divine feminine. She creates from her womb space. She creates everything. She is the divine feminine of the universe, because all men are born through the mother. There is no way that Adam took his rib and created Eve. No way. And everybody knows now it's the biggest lie all around, because every woman gives birth. There is no man that can give birth yet. You know, even if if there is already cloning and everything like that, you know, there is no possibility that men can give a birth yet. Maybe ever in the future. Maybe if they breathe out an egg, you know, then you could be seeing it as giving birth, but it's not possible. All men came through the woman's womb, and the nurturing and the care that they received from the mother, that is infinite. She is in the higher vibration. She is organizing and reconstructing everything in the universe to be able to get it into materialized into this world. So she is the cosmic mother womb that can create everything. And you can see it as the cosmic mother within her supports everyone, everything, every single moment, as a protector of her children, as a protector of the world, of nature, of the universe, of everything what's going on in this world. She is that protector. And no matter what, if the divine masculine starts to listen to the divine feminine, he knows intuitively, with his intuition, he knows that he is in alignment with her and that she is right. And the ego of the masculine don't want to be right, you know, don't want the divine feminine to be right. That's it. So I have to rephrase that. The ego of the mind don't want the divine feminine to be right, but in his intuition, he knows she is right because she created him. She knows already, you know, from years and years and years ago, I gave birth to you, you know, and I know what's good for you. I know how to hold you. I know where to take you to other levels, you know. Even in the union and the sacred sexuality, I know exactly what you need in your life. I know exactly how to get you to ecstasy, and that's the the spiritual lovemaking. It's creating an energy all around them that brings the manifestation to a higher level, and it's just taking you to other universes and creating that space for the divine masculine, what he needs in his life, you know. And it's from a totally different level. It's you know, I hear we also start to learn to let the man release the porn images of the divine feminine. He's going to see her in a totally different way, and he needs to know for himself why he wants to hold on to that image of a woman that is seen and that is portrayed um, um, in that kind of way. And things are shifting there. Huge shifts are made there for the divine masculine. Yeah, it will always be, you know, that attraction. Oh yeah, she's hot, you know. But if he wants more with that feminine, he will also see her in a totally different way. Also, the sexuality. And it's not about sexuality anymore, it's about the intimacy. That's what I hear. It's more about the intimacy. Okay, how does the divine feminine sees the relationship with the divine masculine? How does she see the union, sacred union with the divine masculine? How does she see the union with the divine masculine? Restore. That old energies are restored, and it's a place of rest. It's a time of purity, restoring the connection, restoring the energy of safetyness. You know, he wants to be safe with her. He wants her to be safe. So he creates an environment all around her so she can be safe, so she can be nurturing, so she can feel loving. And the why is because he sees her as the divine feminine that he wants to spend his time with and that he wants to be safe. He also knows that she is safe and guarded, and when he can restore with her, and she sees that she can be restored with him and be safe with him, then everything is perfectly in alignment. So yeah, that's really beautiful, really beautiful. So she knows whatever happens, she will be safe with him. Because he will give her protection. I hear finally the protection that she always needed. And now he's able, because of that synchronicity, to give it to her. Oh, wow. What is the universe saying about this? What is the universe saying about this? Playfulness and light language. Playfulness and light language. The playfulness that is there, playful with each other, playful in that energy, no judgment, no gossip, no jealousy, no triggering. Everything is gone. It's because of the light language of the divine feminine is opening up such a space that it's all about love, it's all about the universal energy, it's all about leaving the petals, you know, and new petals and new flowers are be born, are growing, you know. There are not other energies are growing. And that's what the divine masculine sees, you know, to be playful, to be fun with it, you know, how you talk about other people, that's how you exactly feel inside. You know, if um, it's a reflection of who you are. And the divine feminine said already, okay, I'm being playful with it, but I'm leaving it there, and everything is fine, is good, is okay in my life. And I see the divine masculine starts to synchronize with that. It's exactly, because what you do to somebody else will also come back to you. So he starts to realize when he talks bad about other people, it will be manifested in his life. And that's what he will leave behind, and give her that space of nurturing and seeing that space with her as heaven on earth, because they can create everything together. And that's the journey within and without. And he is always safe and protected, and she is safe and protected. So I leave it with this for this twin flame reading, and the universe will always back you up. It always has your back. What you are manifesting, what you are dreaming, what you are releasing, um, it's giving us growth. Growth to go beyond any measures. And I think that's the best way to go, because if we stop growing, there is nothing left, than dying. Okay, this is it for this week, and I see you next time. Bye bye.